brew? Reed's good, but we're brewed up, right? Reed's got a water. It's to make a cheers. You know what I'm saying?
Everclear.
Is that me or you? Oh, that's true.
I think it's one of you guys. But
No,
Reed also taps
that
mic
was
at the
because
same
you had the bottle and the mic in his hand.
Oh, the mic sound? Yeah, that was definitely me.
time. Okay, cool.
I was just.
I was like, yeah,
I didn't think we had started yet.
that's not good. We haven't started, have we?
I don't think so. We can start whenever.
It's recording.
You know, yeah.
Oh.
You know, salute, boys.
Salud.
To a good podcast restarting, right?
Yes, sir.
The last one was almost a huge success for as far as it went.
What was it about the last podcast that didn't survive?
I think it was definitely a jack of all trades. Doesn't make sense. It was a lot of things, you know, like we didn't have the timing quite right, but also it was like, you know, we were very chilled with it. Like it was kind of in the setting of being like just hanging, you know, like.
Was it good? Was the last podcast good? I just heard it recently.
I don't even remember what we talked about really.
We did like Arizona tier list.
Oh yeah, we did a lot of tier lists.
We
I didn't
talked
like
about
that.
some other shit.
It was probably better to be in for the moment than to listen to.
Yeah, it's probably
Oscar liked it. Our boy Oscar liked it.
Oscar's starting a podcast too soon, but we can't plug his yet because we haven't even plugged
Hell
ours
no.
yet.
And it was kind of funny because I was talking shit to him because he was working today. I was like, yeah, we're filming a podcast. He was like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, your podcast shit. How many mics you got? He was like, 2. I was like, we got 4.
We got
fucking
4,
pussy.
bitch.
Whoa.
Can we just give ourselves a pound of back on the amount of equipment that we have in this room right now?
Yeah, right. And we were all just talking about getting more. We do well, guys.
Equipment it up. Yo, welcome to PostPartyCyph, everyone.
Turned up.
We're
If you're
here.
watching this episode, you've been here since the start.
Heck yeah.
That's right. What's the PostPartyCyph, guys? Someone define it. What's not the podcast, the actual act of a PostPartyCyph?
Well, listen, you just threw a good party. Maybe you just had a good party, but more than likely you threw one. And you're pretty proud, but you're very tired.
Yeah.
So everyone gets together and they just light up a smoke and say, whew, that was a doozy. A very good doozy.
Yeah.
I feel like Reed doesn't actually participate in many PostPartyCyphs. At that point, you've already like smoked like a million blunts, and you're like, guys, I'm gonna be here with y'all in spirit. I don't know if I'm gonna hit that blunt, but I'm here.
Oh, no, I'm more likely to smoke at the post-party site than during the party, that's for sure.
Oh, that
in
makes
high
more
school,
sense.
I remember many post-party sites to read, and
Oh,
especially
yeah.
you.
Oh, Reed was a
And
champion.
89.
I used to smoke.
Yeah, in high school, Reed could smoke like a motherfucking champ. We're just talking about like adult version Reed.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Did he have that accent with the post party like back then?
Oh,
Hey,
the what?
listen, though.
Yeah, that one. What was that accent that you just did just now?
It was like a faint Italian accent. In fact, one time when Danny came over, I said, hey, listen, I just made a tomato gravy. And he's like, oh, that's so good. I immediately thanked him for not calling me out for having never spoken like that at all
I
through
was
our
gonna
childhood.
say, are you allowed to do an Italian accent? Like is a stereotypical Italian accent?
That's like my one thing.
Everyone gets one, right?
Yeah.
I feel that.
Want to go to a Dutch accent?
I feel that. No, yeah. PostPartyCyph. We here smoking and drinking and talking about stuff.
Recapping life.
Yeah.
It's just when everyone's kind of just like, you know, they don't want to do anything else, definitely don't want to clean up, and it's
Yep.
just like some people lit up some shit, so everyone's just talking about life and shit.
Nothing too serious. We're just hanging.
Yeah.
I feel like the PostPartyCyph actually sometimes does happen after the light cleanup of the
No,
party.
that's it's
You know
usually
what I mean?
someone starts
Yeah.
cleaning and then someone has shit ready, and then it's like,
yeah.
oh, well, we got enough done for the night at least. We could fucking just
Let's
chill
sit
out.
down and talk
Absolutely.
about
yeah,
all
you
the
end up-
crazy shit.
You end up finding that one thing that you didn't expect to find while cleaning up, and then that kind of like snowballs into a conversation.
You know
piece.
when- you know-
Then it's a whole recap.
You know what
Yeah,
my
I feel
favorite
that.
part of the post-party Cyph is? Right before it, when like, you know, the party's about to die. So like it's either your party, so you get to pick who gets to be at the post-party
Deadass.
Cyph and stay, or like you get chosen to be that person because you're close with whoever threw the party.
Oh, yeah.
And either scenario is just fun to be a part of. It's
Yep.
like, ooh, I get the after party, you know?
I remember many parties of that we didn't throw, being at other people's parties, getting like tapped on the shoulder or something and being like, hey yo, about to start kicking some people out, but like you're good, so just like stay over there. Everyone gotta go, but you know,
good.
we still good though. We
You're
still
a
good.
winner.
Yeah, you're cool. Everyone else here is like cool enough to be at this party, but not cool enough to, you know, stay at this party. It's different.
You're like just like chilling in the kitchen. Yeah, I got you though.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Especially when you threw the party too, because and obviously you would be if you're making that call to begin with, but it's nice to like, you know, you like to see everybody. It's great to have a big ass party and to hang with them all, but it is also nice having to worry about less people exponentially. Like,
Hell yeah, bro. You're officially down to like kickback level party. You know what I'm saying? You're not at like
Oh yeah.
you're not worried about the 100 people at your house anymore. You're now like hanging out with your friends again, you know? Which is what this is like. You know?
Yeah, you know what? Another part of the post-party stuff I like, there's just usually, like, I mean, obviously there's many different ways to smoke marijuana, but for some reason, with the post-party Cyph, you just see so many different ways. Like,
Yo, deadass.
like there's a lot, like, obviously blunts I would feel is the most traditional joint or something, but some people got their bowl on them. Some people are like if someone has a bong in the house, they're like, oh, I got my bong. Like,
because you got that comfort.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like way more comfortable.
I also feel like the post-party Cyph might be the real time at the party where I actually get high. It's like all night, you know,
100%.
all night I'm like smoking, I'm getting past random shit or whatever. It's late, I'm having a great time. But it's just like, I'm not really, like if I was smoking this much on a normal day, you know, I'd be fucked up compared to at the very end of the night where you smoke like, you're like in a 2 blunt Cyph, but well, maybe it's because you have all the combined fucked up of the night and it's finally catching up to you. You know what I mean?
That does get me a lot too. Not only it's not something I have when cleaning, but I definitely get it at parties where like there's so much going on that, especially if you had a few drinks, you're smoking, you don't even really catch up to it.
You're not paying attention to actually getting fucked up.
Right.
Yeah.
And then not only does it accumulate at the end, but like it might be the first time in 7 hours you're sitting down.
Yep. That's a very good point.
Yeah, and also you're smoking like maybe like, you know, like a blunt, a joint at a time, you know, like a pretty average thing. And at that point, post-party stuff, it's literally like at least an eighth or a quarter.
Smoke them if you got them at that point.
It's just like everything just on the table. Let's smoke till we pass out, pretty much.
I feel that.
That's the way.
Well,
It's been a while since we've thrown a really good ass party.
Yeah.
We've thrown some good ass parties.
we're not allowed to anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you know, it's like
We tried to throw a party. I don't know if
We're
this.
restricted.
I don't know if this is incriminating ourselves at all, but we threw that little cookout in June. I think people were scared to come because there's a way less amount of people that usually comes to things we do, but we tried and we gave them masks and shit and stuff.
Mask, sanitizer, the whole 9 yards.
The vibe wasn't really that weird. It was still a party vibe, right? It was like less or so though. I think people might have still been a little apprehensive.
it was more chiller cookout vibes than our usual party vibes.
Yeah.
But we do a lot of chiller cookouts, so you know it works for us.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. When are we gonna see a party again? When's the next time we're gonna be able to see
The crazy parties.
100 people at a house party in Keg stands?
2021.
You know, really, yeah, 2021. Like,
Yeah.
spring, summer next year, I think is when stuff will like start to be, I guess, normal or again.
Were
like,
we saying that 6 months ago?
I wasn't.
We knew it was gonna suck this hard. We knew we weren't gonna be partying this summer.
I think a lot of the
Yeah.
people that were just like ahead of it and like were like keeping up on info knew it wasn't going to
Right.
be like so easy. You know.
I mean, like when we were talking to each other, it was very much like, "Hey, hopefully soon" thing. But then, our friend Sean, who that does paintings, we work with corporations pretty often. People they were saying, "Oh yeah, maybe hopefully November."
Damn.
Yeah,
Dude.
this was back in April.
I do remember reading something like that. It was like, pay attention to what the tech companies and stuff are doing. And if the tech companies aren't going back to work until next spring, then I don't think we're going to be allowed to have a rager until then either, you know?
Which I mean, I'm okay with. It's really not the end of the world.
A friend of mine the other day was like, yo, you guys should do a Halloween kickback. And I was like, no. I
We
was
can't
like,
do any Halloween things for a while.
yeah, for anyone who's listening to the pod who doesn't know about the psyched Halloween parties, we've thrown like 2 big Halloween parties. Like the first one had like 200 people, second one had like 300 people. If you've ever been to the psyched house, then you know that it's not a big enough place for that amount of people.
I can
Not at
barely
all.
fit the 4 living there.
Can we say on the record that any psyched Halloween shenanigans is just retired? Can we retire them right now?
Maybe at the psyched house. I think the psyched house deserves that. You know, we put a lot of stress on it.
Yeah. Maybe the psyched house is. Maybe it's screaming for help.
It literally almost killed us in another dimension because of it.
Oh yeah,
True.
220 Billy.
Yeah, the hit.
Available on YouTube.
Yes. Along with some hit songs from '89, The Brainchild.
Since we're never gonna have any parties ever again, according to the rest of the end of the world, can we reminisce on parties of yesteryear that were good and that were fun. So maybe I can get my rocks off that way a little bit.
You know what's a fun one? The first banger that you actually get to participate and throw. And for me, and I feel like for you too, is the one at our friend Juan's house.
Oh yeah,
That
dude.
one, like, so that party was hilarious for me because it was like, I killed a whole, I was maybe 16, I think I was 16 at the time, and I killed a whole liter of Fireball myself. And everyone there was just giving me like shots of stuff. Like I remember taking a shot of Jaeger like a couple times from someone.
Hell yeah.
And it was just like, damn, I really killed a whole liter at like 16 years old of Fireball, and I can't even fucking take a shot of Fireball because of this day. But I remember I was in Juan's sink in his kitchen, puking with a smile on, and Juan just comes up behind me. He's like, dude, you're good? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm cleaning everything up though. He's like, yeah, man, I trust you. And he just walks away and pats me on the back. I'm like, wait,
I will never
that's so
forget
funny.
at that same exact party, there was one point where I had the spins and I was sitting in Juan's living room and I was just like kind of freaking out, but not freaking out. We've all been there before. I was just like, let me just get my shit together. I don't throw up. So I'm just gonna like sit here and fucking rally and eventually we'll be fucking good again, right? And suddenly this girl, fucking Lindsay, comes into fucking Juan's living room where I'm like trying to get my shit together again.
Shout out Lindsay.
Juan has a giant Great Dane named Zeus, right? And Zeus is like he's a good boy. It's a good old boy, right?
Shout out
Zeus is a
Zeus.
little wacky. He's a little hyper. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Lindsay starts like petting Zeus. And like sticks her fingers in Zeus's mouth.
Oh, no.
And then puts like her whole hand in his mouth and is kind of like doing this motion. And I'm just sitting there fucked up. But I'm just like, yo, am I even like seeing this fucking right, dude?
I'll
like,
take
what's
back my
going
shout out to
on?
Lindsay. I take that back.
Yeah, take that shit back. And if you're asking,
we might
yes.
have to blur out that name just to make it easier.
Oh no, she can. She remembers. I talked to her about it before.
Was this the same party? Was this like end of school year 2013?
Probably.
Yeah, Doom showed up.
Yeah, shout out to
Doom
Doom
Kids
Kids.
showed up.
Hell yeah, dude.
It
Shout
was
out
pretty
to Doom.
packed. I remember someone passed out in Juan's bed that didn't live there, and he also passed out in the back behind his house.
Yeah, everyone slept over his house that night and got bed bugs.
Oh, I got fucked from that. I got
Yes.
fucked from that.
I do know this.
Yeah.
Well, that same party, I remember I passed by you after your drunk spell, and I think I hadn't seen you in a bit. And when the next time I saw you, you were by that sink smiling. And you're like, "Oh, I'm good. I puked. I have bread."
Bread,
He was
baby.
very, very happy.
Bread, what's your guys' go-to, this is going to save me, I'm too drunk move? What saves you? Is it bread? Is it water?
I mean, food in general. I would say bread is like a little kid move in my part. If you have to use bread, I'm like, you're fucked. Like, come on.
Damn. That
You should
was
be eating
shots
food.
fired, bro.
I mean, like-
water helps me.
Water is great. I mean, also time is great. And
time is
just
the secret cheat code answer because that's just
I know.
what you actually need.
I know.
Yeah, I need that
Air
steak,
is
bro.
good.
Time is perfect, and that's kind of my historic move of just like accepting that with a lot of things, I'm about to be pretty fucked up. Instead of trying to be like, no, I gotta keep my cool, because it always caves in. So I'll be like, all right, hold on one sec, guys. I gotta take a, and I just go and
Cam was just
Might as
naming
well.
straight elements before. He was just like water, air,
Fire, you know what I'm
time.
saying?
Like, what does that even mean, bro?
he just
Silence.
starts meditating.
Yeah, it's been
That's
a
what
long
saves
it's been a
him.
long time since I've gotten like really, really, truly trashed. I feel like there's a lot of people during quarantine who have gone in. I've seen on a lot of social media like, yo, I've been getting fucked up every day since quarantine started. This is also back like during chapter 3
Yo,
of quarantine. We're in chapter
imagine-
like 15 now.
Yeah.
The MTV show, it's like, yeah, I'm on day 137 of quarantine. I've been drunk for 40 days
Bro.
straight.
That's how it felt in a lot of ways, you know? Like, there's points when, like, I started to be comfortable hanging with other folk. You know, we'd chill and we'd speak. It's the first time I was smoking and speaking at the same time. Like, my God. Have I been this stoned for 3 months straight?
No, yeah, I remember when the first time we went downtown and went out to like a bar outdoor and shit. Like, I think I went with 89. Oh no, I think I might have met up with you, Reed, downtown. Yeah. And I had smoked before leaving the house, as you know, one does with anything. If you smoke weed before you do shit. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right. I mean, I haven't been in public for a while, but let's do the normal routine: smoke some weed, go out to a bar. I just remember sitting in public and being like, whoa, I don't remember how to do this whole social thing. I feel like I've definitely warmed up to being around people again, though. But
Yeah.
It's hard in
I'm
the
used to it
beginning.
from work.
Yeah, it's true. You were working almost the whole time.
That definitely forced me to, but in a good setting, because it was one of those things like my mom, she lives with someone who's immunocompromised, but when she came to visit, it was still very, she had some procedures, but she was calm because she had the procedures down pat. So I was like, that's all you gotta do is just know what to do and then trust into it. But then, being at work definitely put that into perspective.
I mean, fuck that, bro. I'm trying to have a fucking party again, bro. I'm over this shit.
Word.
Honestly,
Dude,
I get it.
It
God
was so
damn
good,
it.
though. We would have had 3 parties by now this summer.
We
Easily.
would have many cookouts at least.
Oh,
Like
Listen,
What?
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
cookouts might get real.
We were
sick.
fucked from the
Yeah.
beginning. It was never gonna happen. We were never gonna be able to have anything this year ever. We were fucked, guys. It was trash from the start. We knew about this shit when it was like snowing out.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we started worrying about this shit when it was warm out. Like, that doesn't even make sense, you know?
Like, maybe it'll be good for a Super Bowl party. Maybe.
That's February. I mean, if we get
Maybe.
a Super Bowl party implies that there's a fucking football
Yeah,
season.
I was about to say I'll be very happy. I mean, just because all the other sports seasons are going well, bubble or not, MLB's doing pretty well.
Shout out Adam Silver
So,
and NBA.
NBA is doing the best, and then
NBA is the best.
NHL is also in a bubble now too.
Oh, yeah.
But MLB is doing pretty okay for not being in a bubble, I would say. So hopefully it goes well for.
Why don't we just do a fucking bubble for a party?
Let's go to Disney World.
We just have
Bubble
everybody
party.
come over for a week.
Realistically, things could happen if you could if it was just some but it'll be kind of like some 1984 shit where if people could show their positive test or negative test and shit like that.
Bro,
You have to test negative to come into this club.
Listen, I matched with this girl on Hinge the other day, and she was so
Hinge?
yeah, she was so down and with the shits. And I have, I've been asked if I've been tested lately on dating apps. That's cool. That's lit. I'm glad we're all being safe here.
Are we talking COVID or
No, that's that.
STI?
Well, you beat me to my fucking punchline. Like, it usually, do you have herpes? But this time it's like, do you have coronavirus? Which is like super valid question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer you. I don't. Also, what the fuck is going on now
it's-
that you're
yeah.
asking me if I have coronavirus to get laid now? I get it, but fuck.
Yo, these freaks be pulling up with the thermometer gun.
Like, bro,
yeah.
I get it, but
It's funny because most STI, a lot of STIs, I mean, some of them will prevent making out, but Corona, you can't even talk to someone half the time.
Yo.
Oh, yeah.
Facts.
You just can't breathe
if I
anymore.
match with somebody on fucking Tinder and they go, oh yeah, by the way, I have coronavirus, I was like, okay, well, I have to talk to you next year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I have to
Right.
talk to you later because clearly you just told me something that's a deal breaker.
Yeah,
right
I'd
now.
rather deal with chlamydia.
Say that one more time, 89?
That's curable, baby.
Up next.
COVID.
That's just fucking
mean-
gross. I would also rather not deal with chlamydia too.
Don't want to deal with either.
Yeah, no, I don't want. I want you to be testing negative for everything. And
Have you ever been to a party and you heard someone? I don't think I've ever had one of those cliche party things where someone at the end's like, "Oh no, so and so fuck so and they have blank." I don't think I've heard that. Luckily,
oh no, y'all bitches and niggas be dirty, bro. They be burning.
Yeah.
People be burning each other. Do not think it's not. No one wears a condom.
no,
Just period.
It's the wrong one.
In the world.
they're just there for
Yo,
show.
I was at my sister's gender reveal the other day, and some girl was fucking hitting on me while I was DJing. And my cousin comes up to me, and he's like trying to give me advice. It's my older cousin. He's like almost 40. He's like, yeah, yo, so I see you. This girl's hollering at you, man. Like, I see you putting the moves down. And I guess I am, but I'm really just talking to this girl, right? And so she walks away at some point, and he comes back. He's like, all right, man. So you got her number? Oh, you got her Instagram? All right, here's what you got to do. Yo, tomorrow you hit her up. You go, yo, let me take you out for a drink. And then he stops and looks at me in my eye. He goes, you use condoms? And I went, I was like,
Where's that go?
nah. He was like, I mean, I don't either. I don't think any of us do. And that's the fucking point right there. You know what I mean? It's just like, if motherfuckers don't use condoms, they definitely walking around with coronavirus up in your crib. Well, fuck, bro. They do not care.
No.
People are doing the whole
want to get their nut.
They're doing the whole vacation thing.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. People, the girl, literally, damn. I just feel like I'm fucking doxing her at this point, but whatever. She's nice.
Drop the
She'll get
Addy.
it. Yo, she was like, she was just getting over a breakup or whatever, and I was like, oh, yo, word, relatable. I was like, what have you been up to? Like, how have you been keeping yourself busy during quarantine and being in a breakup? She was like, oh no, like I just came from Puerto Rico last week, and I'm going to Florida next week, and I'm going to Mexico for Labor Day weekend. And I was just like,
setting ass.
You know what's funny? After you said
Damn.
Puerto Rico, I was literally making the joke. It's like, yeah, I'm going to Florida next. And then you just said, I'm
Yep.
going to Florida next. I was
yep,
like,
Yeah,
yep.
those are all the spots. Like, what are you going to hit Texas to make a home run?
She on
And
the
then
COVID
California
tour.
on the way back home. Yep, dude, crazy.
Oh, man.
I mean, the prices are insane though.
nah, prices are cheap.
It's insane.
I looked at them. I mean, I know you guys were looking for trips before, but I looked at them for a couple days ago
document.
just to see. Shit's cheap.
Dude, it's insane.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I could literally just go to Cali right now if I wanted to and come right back.
For like $75.
Yeah, like mad easily.
Oh yeah, like the temptation is so real.
It's
But,
high.
yeah, but it's just like, nah.
It's a high
But then
temptation.
you see the Twitter videos of just like the airports just being fucked, and it's
Yeah.
just like, nah.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Sometimes I'll be downtown Rahway like, maybe I should be a little careful. And the thing is, ultimately I'm okay because luckily we're in a green spot, and also, it's less packed compared to those shits. Even like some spots in Jersey City would be like packed like a subway train.
It's high risk, high reward, bro. Listen, you go,
Yo,
you get to go to LA for under $100, but you might
Bro, I
come
took,
back with like, a crippling.
yo, I
lung
took
disease.
Yeah,
my
the-
first.
you got like
Could hit the whole
26
state.
Instagram posts,
Exactly.
Yo, I took my
mean,
first train trip with
and I went to Cookies.
Nicole High. We went to New York. We went shopping. That was my first time in New York, possibly since
It was
like this
weird.
thing first went down.
Yeah.
Like since maybe February, March, early March. And the fact that I was brave enough to do that, I'm like, oh, you know what? This ain't shit.
I remember being in New York with you, and I think looking at you at one point and being like, we were at Secaucus Junction.
Yes.
And 89 had like a listening party in February for one of his projects.
Yeah,
at
like a couple
Secaucus.
weeks before.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
Secaucus Junction. And I remember being at the stop the other day and being like, yo, this is the furthest I've been since this bullshit happened.
Word.
And then we left that station, and I was like, okay, we're in uncharted territories now. Coronavirus could live here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It could live here. I haven't
was a
seen
hot
it yet.
spot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so when I had to help my brother move out the city,
Oh, that's
he
right.
was already good. He already had plans to move to New York to Hoboken before all of this, but pretty much because he had the plans beforehand. Now in like the midst of like when New York was like ground zero for it, like I had to go help him move. And that shit, Midtown, like he lived in Manhattan, like close to Midtown, ghost town.
Oh, yeah.
Like
When we hopped out of New York Penn Station, I looked at 89. I mean, we've been there a million times, and I looked at 89, and I was just like, this is just emptier than usual.
so it felt like I
You know?
was in Newark, but not even Newark. It literally felt like maybe like a weird section of Hoboken, or like maybe even like a section of Elizabeth, because it was just no one was around.
Yeah.
Or maybe even like downtown Rahway.
I feel you. It was just like everyone is only outside if they need to be, which is fucking dope. Honestly,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I love New York City, and I love being there for the things that people like New York City for. But I also have seen like I Am Legend version of New York City,
Yeah.
and I'm good off that shit.
Dude, I
You know what I
think
mean?
Less congestion.
Yeah.
So that brings up a question, or like, another point. What are the good things of this quarantine from Earth, of humans and quarantine?
I mean, all of it. We're just. I feel like that's not a fair question to us, because everything we do is bad for Earth.
Yes.
Us existing on here is not good for the planet. So us being able to do less human shit is going to help Earth every time. But that means we get to do less human shit.
right. It's a trade-off for sure.
It's a restriction on us for the benefit of the earth. Like I saw like this shit on I was watching like this video in Siberia. They got like the craziest like record temperatures right now. Siberia is supposed to be one of the coldest regions of like the planet, and they're like dealing with like temperatures like over 20 degrees higher than what they're usually dealing with.
It's the hottest day. I forget
in
where.
Death Valley.
Yeah, in Death Valley, it's the hottest day in in the United States since like 1907 or something.
I
It's
think
100.
1937.
It's like 130 degrees today in Death Valley,
And wait, where's Death Valley again?
California.
Yeah. It's a desert mentality.
The desert. Yep.
Yeah, those are.
Well, I mean, that happens to the Earth. That's not really. I mean, humans obviously are fucking up Earth. I mean,
Well, yeah.
yeah.
That's what we do,
That's
man.
We just
That's
are.
what we do.
I mean,
We just love
are.
fucking with shit.
Yeah, I mean, we love to think. I also love like the human like the superficial human idea of like we're destroying the Earth. I mean, we're like wounding the Earth. Whenever we fuck up so bad that we're out of here, the Earth will recover the way it does.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean, the way
Yeah.
it does for all the ice ages and all that shit. You know what I mean? We're fucking it up to some point. We're terraforming it to a certain point.
That's why I love like
You know
the
what I mean?
theory. You don't know where the first civilization of like Earth. There could have been something
yeah.
before us. You never.
That's an interesting theory
plenty
where
of
like there could have been a civilization that was already like this technologically advanced, but or more.
Oh.
And they just ice
Assassin's
aged out
Creed plays
or
with that
something.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
And I've talked to my mom about that too. I think her sentiment's always been like, she thinks the Earth will survive, but humans are probably gonna just like.
Really, I
wrap
think a
it.
giant asteroid's gonna take everything out eventually. I don't know when, but like,
Dinosaurs.
I feel like
no, like giant.
I feel like the probability of that is so low that like it's like a 1 in a million thing, like all the other things. You know what I mean? It's like an asteroid hitting us is a giant asteroid being able to destroy Earth is just as likely as it just missing. You know what I mean? So it's just like I don't want to subscribe to like asteroid killing Earth thing because it's not. Why would it happen?
When the ice caps melt, the permafrost is gonna release a toxin in the air.
Oh no! Well, it's
like
already
that.
releasing like 100-year-old diseases or things like
Yeah,
that.
permafrost game was COVID. They want to blame it on the Chinese though.
It's gonna release asteroids that are already on like kind of like a catapult,
I like that.
and because we're unfrozen, they finally release and take out major cities like in the movies. Like, oh no, the Statue of Liberty! Ah, like all goes down.
So, what's your favorite way of like the Earth like ending?
oh man, I don't know.
Zombies.
Nuclear war.
Zombies would be.
Zombies are fucking
Zombies would
yo.
be cool.
Not zombies wouldn't kill the world.
Zombies,
but
yeah,
zombies
no.
wouldn't kill the world.
That's why it's cool because you have a fighting chance. That's the only way you have a fighting chance. If it's
But
zombies.
zombies is not an apocalyptic.
Yeah, I'm saying.
We're talking about destroying the Earth.
Yeah, the
What would
planet.
The zombies would kill
Honestly,
us, but they wouldn't kill the Earth.
I don't think aliens would ever destroy Earth.
I don't think Earth.
I don't think they would see a purpose.
I think in all the pieces of fiction that we've ever seen, Earth is like a lush, precious planet to the aliens. They're like, oh no, we could use that shit.
Yeah.
It's like we don't need job, but we can
Nobody
use that
wants
shit
to
though.
blow up the entire like physical land. Like same when we go to war, no one wants to like literally blow up the Middle East to where there's no Middle East. Like nah, we want the fucking land.
Earth is
they
that
want
like really good
oil.
looking puppy you see on the street. We're just like,
We're so green.
They
We
like
have,
them puppies too.
we have so much carbon. We're just scrumptious. Delicious
I just
Earth.
want to pick that up.
Just get rid of the ants on there. We're the ants, by the way, guys. But just get rid of the ants, and then delicious treat again. We're just like We're like a piece of chocolate that
We are a
that's
piece of
got
chocolate.
that Earth is a piece of chocolate. We're not pieces of chocolate.
No, it's true.
We're
You
the
touch- you
we're the
touch-
ants on the piece of chocolate.
I'm
that need
a
to
chocolate
get-
covered
wait.
ant.
You left their chocolate out.
So what are the ants?
I mean, we're not talking about ants.
Germs or ants?
We're talking about humans. being
Human
ants.
chocolate.
All right, I'm confused now. You guys got me all turned around.
Oh,
Ladies, if you want to get a chocolate covered ant, holla at my man right here.
You know what's crazy? I was hearing about eating ants today.
Yeah?
Yeah, we had a brief conversation at work about it.
Is it
gross.
coming down to that? Is like the food shortage that serious?
I heard the line was it tastes like popcorn. So then I was like, man, they probably never had popcorn.
I think that's an episode of Saved by the Bell where they eat like chocolate, like bugs or insects, and it's like tastes like popcorn. They eat them like at a or something like that. They go to like a movie theater, and Zach Morris trying to fucking sabotage somebody's fucking date, so he trades in his jujubes for like chocolate frogs. Or some shit.
Yo, I remember this episode.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's classic
Yo.
hijinks. Yo, if someone fucking replaced my chocolate shit on my date with chocolate bugs and made my girl eat some bugs, yo, I'm fucking that nigga up, bro.
Fighting them, yeah.
Yo, you just made my girl eat bugs, bro?
Yeah, some stuff happens in sitcoms, and I feel like people are so impressionable at TV that they do them. Like, not only is that ridiculous, that was so much work.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
What are you doing all that
And
for?
sort of like
Nah, yo, you
food
got the
tampering. That's like food tampering for sure. I
That
don't-
literally is food tampering.
Zach Morris is a fucking piece of garbage. I think Funny or Die has a whole series on Zach Morris.
Oh yeah, Zach Morris is
Morris is
trash,
Yeah, Zach Morris is trash.
and it's so
fucking,
real.
It's fucking garbage, man. Fucking Zach. AC Slater was the real hero of that show. Anyway.
He was rewarded so much.
Anyway.
Those guys had some good ass parties too, especially like movies like the John Hughes movies, where like you'd see all the cool people in their corners. One of them had a trench coat, two of them had a boombox.
I feel like I like 90s movies parties more than 80s movies parties.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think 90s movies parties looked more like what we tried to emulate growing up. Like when we were in high school, I think we were trying to have the American Pie party every time.
Oh, American Pie. One of mine was Clueless for some reason. Like the Clueless.
That's you were definitely going to the magnet school. We could not afford trying to do a Clueless party.
No,
Fancy pants.
Damn,
it's
what
actually the
fuck,
party
dude?
where she goes out into the hood. So it's like,
Damn, so we in the hood.
Rolling with the homies.
Thanks, Cam. Thanks
Sorry.
a lot,
I know.
Cam. Wow, dude. Appreciate
you know what's
that
crazy?
so much.
Going to like the magnet schools, people would be like, "Oh, you go to Raw as the hood." I'm like, no.
Nah, dude.
I was just like, no, not
Nah,
really.
growing up, I've always said that Rahway has a Walgreens next to a CVS. We can't be the hood.
Man,
Yeah,
shoot,
like-
my neighbor went to the magnet school. Like, she was getting off the bus.
I mean, shit, we got crime, but so does
whatever.
fucking everywhere.
Everyone's got crime.
I know.
you went to RHS 89.
Yes, I did.
Nice. Did you do theater while you were there?
Oh, we're not talking about high school theater right now. Anyway,
Yo.
back to 90s
Wow, talking
parties.
about smooth
I was so
transition
gonna
from
ask y'all
high.
what do y'all
Real
eat at the
smooth.
movies, but
Oh.
no, we're not talking about
Yeah.
theater.
Yeah.
I tried to go back to parties. You guys didn't take the.
I'm not going back to fucking high school with you. What the fuck?
American Pie parties were pretty fucking.
Those
were
are the
pretty
ones,
lit.
bro. Those
American
were
Pie
awesome.
Beta, those were fucking insane.
I like the original trilogy of American Pie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
you
American
talking
Pie.
about Beta House?
What?
We talking about the Beta House joints?
What? That? Yeah, there's like one only, right?
I don't know how many ones, but I know I saw
There's
one.
like fucking 45 American Pie movies.
Yeah, like Stifler's.
I remember being like a sophomore or a junior in high school and hanging out with like some friends from middle school who I used to watch those movies with, and like going to see American Wedding or American Reunion.
Yeah.
Those are the two that were out when we were like kids. For
Yeah, those are those we were like
No.
Kids
teenagers.
that could go to the movies.
Yeah, because that
Wedding was the first one I got to see, and it was my neighbor and his dad showed us it, and I was like, whoa, because I was we were kind of young when that came out.
Yeah,
so.
I think
It was
we were
whenever
probably.
it first came to DVD. He got that shit like the first few days when it first came to DVD.
Yeah.
And he let us watch it, and we were like,
No, yeah.
"Yo, that shit was."
I love those movies. They were dirty. They were great. American Pie
Oh, yeah.
1 was. It was like, oh, those are like the cool kids. Like they get fucked up. I love getting fucked up,
They were-
and I'm fucking 6.
They were definitely a little more dirty with a purpose too. Like when you get to like American Pie 7, they have to go so wildly unrated that like it's like, whoa, this is crazy. But the first two were super genuine. The kid just wanted to fuck a pie.
Yeah, it's just straight to DVD.
Nah,
busy,
the first
bro.
one's classic.
It's about getting busy, bro.
He
Like
didn't even really want to fuck the pie. He wanted to fuck
he wanted
girl.
to be good. He wanted to be good at it.
But he wanted to make sure that he fucked the girl good, and the pie was just
Practice.
sitting
Well,
there.
son, we're just not gonna tell your mom about it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. You just gotta.
Nah, yo, like I feel like movies like that, they provided a false perception of what like our later years, like post high school, like what was supposed to be in terms of like the party lifestyle.
That shit. That's what it looked like.
No,
to me.
but at the same rate, it also kind of helped kind of like steer like what the fucking lifestyle was like supposed to be to everyone, because
feel-
all they knew was just the fucking films. Like
I always
American
think-
Pie. Even like going back to like Porky's and like Revenge of the Nerds and shit.
Ooh.
I always think about why I was so interested in the party lifestyle before I was even the age to do the things, and it's because of those movies.
Yeah.
And even in the movies, like the nerds wanted to go to the party. In these pieces of media, everyone wanted to go to the party. Like
the nerds,
you
bro.
weren't. You were you guys were upset that you didn't get to go to the party. So before we even knew what high school was, we were just like, well, shit, dude, everyone wants to go to so-and-so's party tonight. You know what I mean? So I think growing up watching all that media and shit, taking in all that stuff, it was just like, when it's my turn to go to the party, I'm going to make sure I can get to the motherfucking party.
Oh yeah, they made it
You
seem
know
like
what I
the
mean?
curriculum was like fucking not even secondary.
Fuck school,
Yeah,
bro. That shit was
dude.
fucking party time, dude.
And like, especially like American Pie, like how a lot of those early ones, like goofy as they were, they definitely felt like, hey, that shit kids do. I think those are really solid ones. And you see it all the time in movies. It's the last day of high school. I gotta do this and that. Usually sex and drinking, but like with
Yeah,
a
bro.
person in particular.
I always, that's
Gotta
always,
bang that.
it's
that
pretty
crush.
funny that they were so adamant about getting that done, and like the end of the last day of high school, as if like they weren't doing that shit the whole school year.
Because you know, like in between finals and then the last day of school, you got that gap where they ain't shit popping, so you could kind of like, all right, I got finals out the way finally.
I don't know.
You're a good student.
I could
fuck with it.
Nah, it's like they weren't able to multitask the way that we can now.
I mean,
Like,
it reminds me of like Superbad. You know, that was kind of like
Super bad is
that wasn't a bad telling of like trying to get a party going. Obviously, their shit goes off the walls, but like the beginning parts, you know.
I feel like Judd Apatow movies are all pretty grounded in, nah, for real, this is something that could have totally happened.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think that was his whole goal. Like even going back to Freaks and Geeks and shit.
Yeah, you got, what is it, Knocked Up, fucking
40-year-old virgin.
40-year-old virgin, Superbad, Adventureland. Those movies are all pretty like.
This is
a
40.
story from
This is 40.
This is a
That
story
bad.
from a friend that told you about something that happened this summer.
I should definitely know this, but Judd's Freaks and Geeks, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's just the bread and butter right there of being a kid.
Hell yeah, Freaks and Geeks was some integral shit growing up too. I was just like, they're smoking weed underneath the bleachers. They're not in class. Class sucks. Smoking weed under the bleachers, cool.
School is not cool.
Yeah, smoking weed under the bleachers is fucking cool though.
It was fun too because it wasn't just like the haha sitcom scenarios. There's some honest shit. Like he finally gets her to smoke that one time. Like, we're gonna smoke. It's gonna be so great. Yeah, we're gonna smoke, and they're just numb on the couch. They're not doing shit.
Hell yeah, bro.
Nothing.
I've taken a lot of people's lungs, and every time I expect that it's going to be such a great time because I love smoking weed so much, and they're going to love smoking weed so much because I love smoking weed so much. And sometimes it is that a great, amazing synergy, and sometimes it's like, I can't breathe. Please call the cops. Please call the hospital. Please call the ambulance. And I'm just like, oh no.
Yeah, sometimes they be wigging out, bro.
It's like, this is not
They
fun.
start playing airbase.
You're like, I'm not having a good time right now.
There's definitely always people that didn't touch it at all in high school naturally, and then they'll come back from the first year of college like, oh no, yeah, I smoke now.
Yeah, dude, weed is fucking sick.
It's like oh, we forgot to tell you the secret. Then you have to smoke a lot of weed to really enjoy it.
I feel like when I was in high school, I realized that everyone smoked weed in high school. Like, I started realizing that all adults smoke weed. And I was just like, everyone fucking smokes weed. So, like, even then, I had, like, when people were so anti-weed, it was just like, yo, dude, wake up, dude.
Smoke a joint, bro.
Fucking wake up, you fucking sheeple, dude. Weed runs the fucking world, dude.
Yeah, you just gotta like,
you know,
I'll roll up
if you
that.
feel like you're not doing shit and you want to do shit, just like listen to yourself and like do it. You don't gotta be like slamming the shit.
Yeah, and if you're feeling like if you don't smoke weed and you're listening to this podcast right now and you feel like you might be getting peer pressured by these four gentlemen right here, you absolutely are. And you should start smoking weed right now.
Do that shit. Do
It'll
that
make
shit.
you feel better.
Do it.
It'll make you feel good, and it'll make you feel better and good.
You gotta do something called a grav bong. It's great for beginners. 3 in a row.
Stop listening to Reed.
That's terrible peer pressure.
You know what? I don't like seeing. Well, actually, maybe there's just me, but a grav bong at a party. That's just like the danger zone.
I
Right there.
literally do not think I have ever seen a grab bong at a party.
I
I've seen them at
have.
Danny's parties, but that's
yeah?
different.
I went to a random ass like show in some dude's apartment in Elizabeth. And they had that shit like posted up right by the refrigerator in the kitchen. They're like, "Yo, you guys want to hit this?" And that was my first time ever seeing that. I was like, I don't even know what that contraption is.
Listen, I like grab bongs, right? And I smoked a lot of grab bongs in my college dorm room when, you know, niggas' weed budget was like a dub a day. You know what I mean? So you were conserving all fucking day long. And I'll even smoke a grab bong now as like an homage to a time long gone.
Don't bring it to me spontaneously.
Do not post up a gravity bong station at a fucking party, bro. If you come to my party and you fucking set up a grav, I'm gonna be more mad at you than other drugs. I'm gonna be like, yo, this
You might as
is.
well bring a Nas tank.
I'm like, yo, yeah, dude. I was like, yo, you couldn't just fucking be doing whippets instead. This is the most like intricate, motherfucking insane. Like, yo, there's so many parts to a grav bong. Not that many, but at a party, so many parts.
Man,
for
got
a
the
grav
water
bong.
cooler bottle.
You know what I mean?
Big
Like,
ass bucket.
how you have like an extra water bottle, a bucket, a fucking like a a piece on top, a metal fucking piece.
Yes, right.
Just keep that shit on you.
Nah, he made it himself.
You
He has,
should
like, a
not.
collection.
You should not trust people that have grav bong stuff on them.
What if they have like a legit grab bong that's like glass? You ever see one of those?
Oh,
I
like,
have not seen.
Wait,
That's
there-
nice.
Yeah,
there's
you can.
porcelain grav bongs.
Oh yeah, you can buy one.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna need to fact check that.
Oh yeah,
That
no,
sounds
Grass
insane.
City. I've seen it before.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Just search like glass gravity bong and you'll see
Bro,
like a kit.
I don't think I've ever smoked out a grav bong that cost less than $2.
I would never
Yeah,
buy one
bro.
because why the fuck? Like, just get a bong.
Everything else smoked.
Listen, man,
that's
we-
just been recyclables.
Weed technology is off the charts these days. When me and Casey went to California, and we went to dispensaries, I was checking out dispensaries for the first time. I was like, wow, you Cali boys are fucking spoiled out here because this is some weed technology.
Yeah, we got terps.
Yeah, they got terps and shit. But I went into MedMen, which is like the Walmart of like weed dispensaries, and they had like this like all the weed that they were selling had this like contraption that was like showcasing it, and it had like it was like this glass case, and it had a magnifying glass on it, and it had like a pulley tab, and if you pulled the tab, you can sniff the weed. You know what I'm saying? So it was like you can look at the trichomes of the weed and you can get a smell of it. You can't touch it though, but you can do that. Yeah, 89 pulled up a picture of a glass grav bong. How much is it?
$64 before tax.
That's exactly how much you
It's
pay
a
for
nice
that.
bottle.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not fancy.
It's like back in the Tumblr days
It's
when
a
you would,
vase with a glass bottle, but that's cut. That's pretty much it.
back in the Tumblr days you would see like those porcelain crushed can bowls. So it's like a crushed can bowl, but it's like actually a fucking nicely made bowl, and it's just like, why are you trying to emulate me smoking weed out of an aluminum can? You know what I mean? I know you're trying to like give me some nostalgia or something, but I don't want to smoke out of a can in any shape or form, be it porcelain, aluminum, or anything. You know, I don't know. Weed technology has gone too far. Joints,
Facts.
blunts, bongs, bowls.
Vapes are cool.
Vapes are cool, but you gave me a vape for free the other day, and that shit malfunctioned in fucking 72 hours.
They're pretty cheap,
Beep
these
boop beep
ones.
beep.
But still, you know what I mean? Like, you know what else is cheap? A Dutch, and that shit don't fuck up that often.
I mean,
Yeah.
depends who's with it, but yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say, though? And on the hands of everybody in this room, it's trusted. We
true.
could all roll up something strange.
There was a day and a time when a Dutch was $1.
I mean, it was probably cheaper than that even before we were smoking weed.
Good point.
Good
Inflation.
old days.
Yo, Cam, remember when you used to? Did you ever roll a cross joint, or is that one?
I rolled a couple of my days.
I was just talking about that with the 89 the other day. I was like, yo, we don't ever be smoking weird shit no more like we used to, because I think we're older and boring.
Yeah, who wants to do that shit?
Dude, but you got to keep it fun, dude. They were definitely older than us in Pineapple Express.
I suggested, do you want to do the foot long blunts,
Oh, yeah, the Extendo blunts.
extendo blunts, whatever?
Yo, 89, let me tell you a story really quick. 89, back when he used to live in his dad's apartment, this is pre-psyched house days, used to buy these shitty Extendo motherfucking wraps from the store next door.
Novelty.
They were like a foot long. They were like this long. I guess it was the equivalent of what, like 2.5 blunts, maybe?
Yeah, about.
Like 2.5 blunts. So what you could do with it instead is just roll 2.5 blunts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can just do that instead.
Yeah.
But 89 is exactly the type of guy to be like, nah, we don't smoke another Extendo, even though we smoked 2 yesterday. So we're smoking like a foot long blunt. You know how taxing that is on you? Like the tobacco residue at the end of a blunt, halfway into
Yeah.
a foot long blunt. This shit just starts tasting like fucking hate.
No, dude.
It's a novelty.
When 89 first got the Zero Space gig, he was racking it up. It was great. And I remember around the same time I broke my bowl piece, and I was like, oh, look at all this. Haha. I called it the Forbidden Roach because there was all this red stuck inside. And I was like, hey, wait, give me that. I can get that out of there. I'm like, 89? You have money for real weed now. What are you doing getting the res?
Yo, shoot. I may be able to sit there and drink top-notch booze, but sometimes I may want to kick back and just drink like some regular cheap beer.
I think that was exactly what you said, too.
It'll get you fucked up regardless, man. You know what I'm saying?
He knows.
We do not promote smoking mid, though, on this podcast whatsoever. We smoke very good, high-quality weed. I mean, the best you're going to get in New Jersey compared to you spoiled California boys.
I'm going to tell people smoke what y'all want. live y'all lives the way y'all want, smoke y'all weed, drink y'all drink, pop y'all pussies, whatever.
That was poetic.
Thank you.
That,
89 the brainchild and everything.
yeah,
That's why they call him Brainchild.
89 deleted his Twitter like a week or two ago, and that felt like an 89 tweet. I feel like the way he's speaking in riddles tonight.
Wait, did you really?
He hasn't been able to tweet. Yeah,
I'm not tweeting. I don't have one right now.
You wanted to do that for a while too.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like I'm debating, like just going back and then just I'll deactivate it every so often. So
I'm already
I'll
bored.
just jump back in.
I need him to come back. I'm already fucking bored, honestly.
Yeah, no, I'm out the loop of what's going on online.
Because here's why it doesn't make sense to me. How you gonna delete Twitter and be on Instagram all day?
I don't be on Instagram all day.
But you
like,
do.
No, but
So it's just
I don't be active. Like I don't really be engaging.
Regardless, how you gonna be on one thing and not be on the other thing? It's just like if you're doing it to purge.
Oh no, true. I did it to kind of like just like cut my engagement. Like, you know what? Let me stop like shooting the shit on a public platform where everyone can see this. So then, like, let me use this other one where, you know what?
Do you have more followers? Do you have the same amount of followers on Instagram than you do on Twitter?
Hell no. But
You have less on Instagram?
on Instagram I got less, but the numbers are slowly climbing. They just because like people are seeing like I'm being active on Instagram.
A little
So
easier to
if
show your music content too, perhaps.
So if you get too popping on Instagram, where you could deactivate the Instagram and then reactivate the Twitter,
Oh nah, shoot.
because you're in a vicious cycle right now.
I am. I'm being chased.
You're just
I'm being chased
pretending
off
that-
every platform.
You're just pretending that you're leaving social media. It's like
Baby steps.
Somebody the other day on Twitter was like, I think I was next to you when I saw this tweet. They were like, I'm going to be taking a social media break for 2 to 48 hours.
What?
See, at least I don't announce it or anything.
And I went, yo,
I just did it.
Yo.
I was like, yo, just go do something for 2 hours.
That reminds me of the South Park season where they like had quitting Twitter be like suicide.
Oh, dude, listen, I don't even want
It exists.
to. I don't even want to change my Twitter name. I
feel
want
you.
lately. I want to change the underscore Kawhi really bad. I was like, I can think of a better Twitter name. I know I can, but that name is associated to like all the mentions and all the photos and all that shit. So I'm like, damn, bro, if I change that name, it's like me killing myself, bro. You know what I mean? It's like me just jumping off a motherfucking bridge. Same thing.
Yeah,
That's
no,
how the
like,
cops would be.
Yeah, because you don't want to be the guy that sits there and like makes a new account and then tries to let people know like, hey, yo, like go check out my new account. Like,
Bro,
nah.
I've never changed Kohai from anything. I have that consistency on almost all of my shit, right?
Yeah.
I've just changed my name sort of on some music to Angel, my real name. So you see how much I'm not trying to motherfucking stray from the fucking shit. I don't know if I could do the whole. I think I would love to not be on social media for some time, but I think the only way that I would realistically do it would not be to deactivate shit. I just get off of it.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I would like people be like, I'm deleting the app. I'm like, damn, you got no self-control. You gotta
Nah,
delete the app, just don't click it. Or delete. I mean, I guess you could delete it, but like just try not going on Twitter with a Twitter still. It's like that's I guess that's part 2.
Yeah, nah,
reactivate it and don't go on it.
No, I have an engagement problem where it's like, you know what? If I'm in a fucking room with Reed and I'm sitting and I'm like, what's up, Reed? What the fuck's going on?
What about that is bad?
Nah, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's one of those things where I'm like, you know what? I don't really have, because the thing is, I could just not be in a room with Reed and I don't have to fucking talk to Reed. And that's no slight to Reed. That's no slight to anybody. But it's one of those things where it's like, you know what? I feel like I engage people just because these people are there. And I'm
So
like, let me just fucking.
So does social media just put us in each other's shit too much? You know what I mean?
It's an ebb and flow because we also give so much of our shit like out there,
Right,
Like,
we
that-
couldn't-
just
we would-
because it's like the accessibility of it all.
People couldn't be in each other's shit if people weren't putting their shit there.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it does feel like an almost obligation when you're not around. Like, oh shit, I haven't social media'd for a bit. I'm better, you know, like.
Yeah. In some cases, like you gotta, especially like when there's so much of a entrepreneurial mindset that's going on within like our generation and shit, where like our our own identity as a brand itself in some cases, to where like, yo, if you're not active on there, that means you're not pushing your brand in some perspectives.
Oh, of course. I mean, how many times have we, along with so many of our peers, made the excuse of, man, I wouldn't even have a Twitter or Instagram if it wasn't for insert whatever you do here.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's not true. That's not true.
Yeah,
because we don't need those things to be the artists that we are. We're on them and we like them because we like them. That's why we're on them. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality of it. Like, there's a weird like thing that's happening right now. It's like some like hipster ass shit where it's cool to not like social media, but you're not off it. You're fucking on that shit though, but I saw you tweeting and I saw you posting on Instagram and liking shit or whatever. So I don't, you know what I mean? It's like, we know that social media is doing an inherent bad.
Well,
it's like fucking gas emissions. You know what I mean? We need our car. You know, we know that it's fucking polluting the motherfucking air. We know that the social media is polluting our fucking minds. But it's like, yeah, well, no one's really gonna stop using it though.
Right.
The reality
I
of
don't
it.
think
It's like
using
Popeye's
it's the
chicken
problem.
sandwiches.
Being on it isn't a problem.
Don't want to hear that analogy.
But like my whole thing is like what I don't like about social media. Like I love feeling connected to everyone. Like without Twitter, it's just like you're connected with so many people so quickly. I think that's great, and it's a really good point for our like humans. And like at this point in time, it's a really good achievement. But like the thing I don't like is how much time a lot of people spend on it and how easy it is to spend on it in your pocket.
Yeah.
But you know the TV's the same thing. Like. You could spend, like, when the TV came out, you could spend a lot of time on TV and it'll have a really negative effect. So it's just
people, I feel like people are always going to find something to spend their time on that is technically distracting them from the actual life experience. You know what I mean? Fucking radio, TV.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think
I don't know.
But I think
Mozart.
like if you're sitting there and you take that time and you put it towards something maybe trivial, like playing a video game more so than engaging online with super uninformed people, it's like, you know what? At least you're not getting the misinformation.
Yeah, I feel that.
And like it's a give and take with it.
It's funny because I don't even see the video game as a negative thing, spending all the time just because I'm not programmed to.
I don't see it.
The whole hand-eye coordination, yo. Like, hey, I play Rocket League habitually.
I've always found it very funny that like the argument against video games and how like their video games are not that different than movies. You just play them instead of watch them. Like,
Yeah, you're
Different. It's a different type of storytelling.
literally, like, I don't like.
Except for Rocket
like
League,
when they like, you know, every time there's another big video game, I don't know, trial or this game is too mature or it's doing this to the youth or whatever. I mean, it's like, it's fucking new James Bond movie came out.
It's fantasy.
Or
Right.
fucking game. Everyone watches Game of Thrones. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, it's video games. Like, it's the same thing. I don't.
Right, and it's a weird thing of like it's just an age-old thing. Like, oh, this is some mature content. Like, wow, okay. Work your parental controls beyond the button on the TV. Like, don't get it for your kid.
I think you definitely said it like indirectly right there too. It's an age-old thing. It's like old aged people do not know. They don't understand video games, so they refuse to try to understand it. The same way, you know, parents didn't understand the music video, so they chose to purposely not understand it. You know what I mean? I think that's always going to happen. Like, are we not going to understand the crazy VR that our children are in? It's like, you guys don't even really appreciate life. You're like, yeah, but they're going to be like, yeah, but you don't get it. This shit is sick. This shit is dope.
True, I'm not going to be able to keep up with it.
You know what I mean? You should come in and try it out, you know? But I don't know. We'll see where that evolves to.
Yeah.
Video games had never died, though. They tried to kill Mortal Kombat. They couldn't kill Mortal Kombat. Try to kill GTA. They can't kill GTA.
Let's go.
Never.
Preach.
Oh.
You know? Listen, bro. It is what we're going to... There's something super evil about us wanting to ingest that constantly evil content, but I like that shit.
Yeah.
People love nostalgia.
It's an interesting paradox too, because when I play, more violent video games, it definitely doesn't enthrall me to want to do anything like that in real life ever. But there are certainly long days I have, like, oh boy, I can't wait to get home and hop on Destroy the World game.
It really stress so easily. Like
easily.
I do think that people cannot make the people that we were just talking about cannot form the distinction between like, I want to do these crazy things in a game.
Yes.
I don't want to do them in real life. The fact that I can do them in a game is the cool part. I could get in this fucking car in GTA and beat somebody up for their car because their car's nicer than my car, and I could take their car and drive around. I don't want to do that shit in real life, but there's like this simulation thing that I can play that can let you break the rules of regular life. I don't want to do that in real life, though.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
So people are going to do that in real life. Unfortunately, they're probably just going to do it anyway.
Yeah, they do, bro.
They don't play GTA.
Yeah.
They did at like age 2.
And if they do play GTA, they were gonna fucking do whatever they were doing before they played GTA or after. It doesn't matter if they played or not. It's just like the video game isn't doing anything. Like, what about all the fucking movies?
What about the people who did
Yeah.
dastardly things before video games existed?
Oh yeah, no, crime didn't exist before video games.
What board game did Hitler play?
What board game did
Yahtzee.
Hitler play?
Monopoly.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
Milton
good.
Bradley, you
Thanks.
anti-Semite motherfuckers.
As a BoJack joke, the Nazi that played Yahtzee.
That's pretty good. It rhymes.
Yeah. Anything that rhymes is funny.
Yeah, that's pretty much the first rule of comedy. I think. Or if anything that rhymes, it's fucking hilarious. The Cat in the Hat.
Oh, dude. Cat in the Hat. I can't, it's funny. I forget what we were thinking of earlier about, like, just at the planet, like, hey, be a little bit more careful. Like, what could happen? We've seen with the Lorax. That little dude was trying to tell some people something.
The Lorax.
I'd beat the Lorax up.
One of the more depressing stories.
I
Got the
think
rare trees.
I think my favorite Dr. Seuss story is Fox in the Socks. Because it rhymes, so it's funny.
Dude, Lorax doesn't rhyme. That's why it's a bummer.
Yeah. Lorax is whack.
I was a redfish, two fish. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish guy.
You look like a bluefish.
Yeah, chill, bro.
You gotta go for the slow bucks, 99. Just gotta take it step by step.
I like
I think
pacing.
he just called you stupid.
He did, but
Not
it's okay.
entirely.
I'm gonna let him rock because we're broadcasting.
Oh, man. Please don't go off the air, guy.
89's gonna beat the shit out of Reed at the end of this podcast.
Oh, no.
It's gonna look like a
He
hate
will. Dude, he's got slinging arms. He's kind of like was it Grendel in Beowulf?
What?
He jumps around and he rips me in half.
He says you're a beast, man.
beat it.
No, I'm making it worse.
What did my cousin ask me the other day at my sister's gender reveal? He asked me Lord of the Rings or... Damn, I forget what the other one was. So bad. I'm so drawing a blank. I don't think it was Lord of the Rings or Star Wars. That's too easy because he says Star Wars or Star Trek.
Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter.
Was it another fantasy?
It was Lord of the
Oh.
Rings and Harry Potter.
Yeah,
it
no,
was
yo,
absolutely Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
and Harry
yeah,
Potter.
everyone
Wow.
gets-
Lord of the Rings, no question.
Yeah, you're Lord of the Rings?
Absolutely.
I think I said Harry Potter.
I think I say neither.
You say neither?
Damn.
Yeah.
That
Can't-
guy.
I say
Cam said the Assassin's Creed trilogy.
no, but like in short, like Lord of the Rings is just so like it's a great story. The fact that they made something so long and compressed it into such a ultimately short. They're long movies, but compared to the books, short stuff.
Dude,
Like,
there's way more hot chicks in Harry Potter.
damn, I didn't think of that.
That.
Remember the Asian chick from Goblet of Fire?
Wait a minute though. What about I forget her name, but maybe it's Eowyn. She pulls up and murders a Death Eater. Says, "Yeah, I'm a lady. What's up?" Bam.
Is that what she said? Literally?
Well, not literally.
I thought you meant that's what she said. I was
No,
like,
no,
what the
because-
fuck?
That was an outtake when she forgot her line.
He goes to kill her. I forget her name. His name was a big Death Eater with a spiky face. He says, "No man can defeat me." And she takes him down and says, "I am no man." And she stabs him in the face, and his face
That's
explodes.
sick. She was like, I got a pussy.
And then they play Beyonce. Who run the world?
Yeah, dude.
Girls,
Who run the world?
girls,
And it's like a
ladies,
whole-
let's get in.
The whole dance segment.
Dudes don't like when women can destroy big monsters. Why would they like when women sing about having a wet ass pussy?
I love it when women destroy my big monster.
Right?
Yo, bro.
You should be grateful.
I like strong women.
Yeah, 89 likes them 7'5".
89 fantasizes about women punching him.
My whole thing is that my next lady's got to be 6'8", at least.
You haven't
Say
said he's an
at
Amazonian.
least.
At least 6'8".
She is the starting center for the New York Liberty.
I'll date shorter women,
So you want that snoot.
but to the women who I'm gonna wed, who I'm gonna be with for the rest of
yeah.
my life, 6'8".
Dude,
at
like
least.
when you have a long day and you've been shooting the shit at a nice post-party Cyph, she can carry you to bed because you're sleepyhead.
You took the thoughts right out of my mind, Reed.
I want to get a piggyback ride.
Yo, the real kicker, I'm going to be that 6'8" wife.
No, he's not.
Oh,
No, he is not.
I might be.
Because Angel knows they white bitch.
Reed's. Yeah. Yep. That's right.
It's funny because it's not even true, but it's funny as a sentence.
No, it is. It definitely is true.
Hey, can I touch your pen?
He wants to be your wife.
Yeah, Reed's just trying to find a way to be my wife right now.
Ooh, I'll be your wife. I'll be your wife.
That was awful.
I'm enjoying it. So,
That was terrible. How do you guys think we're doing on our first podcast back?
We were doing great until the chance to wrap it up.
That was only like 5 seconds ago, so that's pretty good.
no, it's a good run. Like,
It's felt-
like at an hour.
It's felt good and clean cut, but it also feels kind of genuine to the theme, I'd say.
Until you said that, and then it got crazy. not
Wait,
genuine anymore.
rough cut. Rough
Yeah,
cut.
we just cut something that Reed said to it that really killed the vibe.
Rough cut.
I'm sorry,
You know what I
guys.
mean?
Rough cut.
Yeah,
We were trying not to be choppy, but
Reed's been really intense on the cuts too on this video. I've been watching them.
Been that intense.
They're breakneck speed.
Some of
Kevin
them,
Dunn, dude, he's totally Kevin Dunning it right now.
some of the cuts, to be fair, were me hitting the wrong camera at that time.
Hit the right one.
hit the right one right now.
Just type the word camera. That'll get you into the system.
Oh,
I control the system now.
happened to the main
Which one is
frame.
which?
7's on 89 on myself. 8 is on yourself and Cameron. And 8 is the... Oh, 7 is... 9. See, this is where I fucked up. 9 is the whole gang.
Fuck yeah. All right, we're
games.
back. We're back from a break that we just took. Guys, the movies are opening soon.
Hooray.
I missed them so
missed them
much.
too.
I want to see Tenet. I want to see what Christopher Nolan's got to say to me.
I want to see what happens to that fucking car.
But I still really
yeah.
don't. I still really don't want coronavirus though.
I wanna
Yeah.
see Denzel Washington's son throw bullets.
Is that his son?
It's his son.
John David Washington?
Good for
Honestly,
the family.
dude.
It's kind of a movie theater dream because it seems like there's going to be people at least like a few seats away at all times.
Let me try and do a fact check to see
I
what
wanna
kind of situation we got going on.
I read-
That's going to change everything. But no matter what, there's going to be lines.
I
did
did
really
going to
busy
be
for a bit.
nachos and the ices.
No food.
Damn.
No. Yo, you know what's crazy about the movie theaters? Me and Angel, I don't know if you've been there, Reed, for a couple of these, but have had so many occasions of friends throwing up in the movie theater.
Many,
Oh,
just
yeah,
too,
no.
It's just too much.
like 3 times.
It's just too much.
I haven't been there for any of those. I definitely almost greened out at John Wick 3. I might have even just flat out greened out at John Wick 3 and then I just came
I was
back
falling
to.
asleep during John Wick 3. I was very high.
It's a long day.
All right, we're thrilled to once again open our doors to American moviegoers who are looking for an opportunity to get out of their houses and apartments and escape into the magic of movies.
Shout out.
Says Adam Aaron, the CEO and president of AMC Theaters. All tickets purchased on August 20th in New Jersey will be available for 15 cents. 15 cents. Like, that's not going to create literally another spike.
That's where they lost me, honestly. I might have considered going back, but even then I wasn't sure. And when it said 15 cents, it's like, hey, go see whatever movie you want. Come on. I can't do it. It sucks.
Yeah, so the New Mutants are opening on August 28th, and Tenet's opening on September 3rd.
New Mutants.
New Mutants.
Jesus.
Please.
I'll go to watch both of those in
That's
theaters.
15 cents.
It does kind of make sense that New Mutants is finally coming to theaters, and it's just like now and 15 cents.
15 cent double feature.
Yeah.
It's not even on 15 cent day; it's on full price day.
Oh, never mind. I don't want to see it anymore.
15 cent day is the 20th. I think they're just showing like old movies.
So it's only one day that this is happening.
Oh yeah, what? Come on,
How
that's
old?
That's $1 billion company. They're not going to lose money for more than one day. They're like, hey, we feel bad for you guys.
Do you know how desperate
We'll
they
give
were?
you a break
One
once,
day.
one time.
Yeah, now they're gonna spend 50 cents to see possibly Home Alone, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, I definitely want to spend like another $20 for the experience so I can see New Mutants."
$20 plus $28.95.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess we're not considering any of the popcorn and and stuff. Do you guys go full out popcorn movie stuff? I mean, I've been to movies with all you guys. I kind of know your deal already.
Yeah, I will get food and a drink.
I do like
Definitely.
Here's what happens to me when I walk inside a movie theater when it comes to the money thing. I absolutely stop giving a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100%. You can't have to.
Because I'm at the movies now.
Yeah.
To go out, you gotta be like, yo, fuck it, bro.
Listen, man. Not many people can be blessed to be big ballers like us, but I fucking.
That's why they shouldn't go out. And they're like when I wasn't, if I didn't have it, I wasn't going out.
There's definitely a period of time when we were constantly going to the movies, and we would do that for a while. But it was nice when what was it, last summer? Myself and Angel, and probably Cam for that matter. Actually, we're probably finally working as much as Cam does. We were there working like 6 days a week. So at a point we're like, no, we got the money. Let's treat ourselves right. And I think we went to the movies like 3 or 4 times last June, if not July. That was good. And I miss. That's one of the things I miss the most during the virus is just being able to just hop into the movies. And there were definitely a few times, like when we saw Rise of Skywalker and Avengers in particular, that I remember going to that concession line and dropping maybe 40.
Damn. What you get? What you get for $3?
Big body popcorn with the collector's case. Yes.
Okay.
A soda.
All right.
A water, because I've been smoking marijuana pot.
You get a water and a soda every time I go to the movie, and that
Wait,
blows
you got
my
a bottle
fucking
of water
mind.
and a soda?
Dude, last time it blew my gullet. It puked.
Yeah, bro, that should be crazy. When I go to the movies, yo, I get a big ass popcorn, I get a big ass soda. I put a lot of butter in that popcorn, and I put a straw inside the soda.
What?
And then maybe I'll get some mozzarella sticks, and maybe I'll get some Crunch Bunch.
Oh, that's it.
But I'm not really trying to,
I'm a Sour Patch Kid.
keep your hot dog, AMC.
Yeah, nah, yo, I'm not copping no meat at no movie theaters, bruh.
Keep your panini situation.
They did something that got me for a while. Panini situation?
They've got a panini situation.
Jesus Christ.
I also feel like every time I walk into an AMC theater, the menu is not the same as it was when I was there last.
They change that shit constantly.
Like every fucking day or something. Like I walk in and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get these mozzarella sticks. Y'all mozzarella sticks, this is actually alright. And they're just not there.
Like, no, the
today.
shit ain't moving.
They're like, you want pretzel bites? I'm like, no, I want big pretzel. We got pretzel bites tonight.
Right.
We don't got big pretzel tonight.
Just a slight variation on whatever it was. And they had something for a while that got me. And I luckily stopped. I was like, hey, we also got this candy popcorn. A little bit of caramel, a little bit of sweet.
Oh, did you get that one time?
For a while, I was getting it every time.
You liked that thing?
I think I just like sweet.
I don't like sweet popcorn.
I can't do sweet
Like, I
popcorn.
can't even do kettle.
Like when you would get like the.
You don't like Cracker Jack?
Nah.
I love Cracker Jack.
I don't do.
You like Cracker
that.
Jack?
I don't do
I love
that.
that shit.
You get Cracker Jack at the baseball game?
Oh, hell yeah.
What else do you get at the baseball game?
Hot dog.
That's where you get the hot dog. You don't get it if you got
You've
it.
you've probably been to a,
Yeah, I'll
to a
get it as
baseball
one
game.
event.
You've probably been to a hot dog game. You've probably been to a baseball game more recently than all of us. How much is a beer at a
Hot dog game be
baseball game
crazy.
right now?
I think I paid like maybe $9 for a pint. Of,
That's
like,
not bad
ice
at
lager.
all.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
No, it's like a
maybe
bar.
$10. At Yankee Stadium.
When I went to Monday Night Raw in Madison Square Garden, the beer was like $18.
Damn.
It was like, I think it was like a 24 ounce.
Okay.
So it wasn't awful, but that's an expensive fucking beer.
Definitely is.
How much for 24?
18.
you said?
18.
That's I mean, yeah.
It's a WrestleMania beer.
But
Yeah.
still, it wasn't WrestleMania. It was Monday Night Raw.
Oh, it's a Raw beer.
WrestleMania, the beers were like $22.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a WrestleMania beer.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I don't know. Well, you worked there for a bit at the AMC at Menlo, right? With the food being served? How
Yeah,
much?
when I was like 17,
Oh,
Shout out
okay.
Menlo.
How much was beer there then?
it was beer priced.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That shit is maybe there's like $1 or $2 surcharge, but I don't think you can sell beer that crazy priced. I don't think you
No.
can charge it like you manage the room. Can we just make a beer $10?
Oh yeah, I think so.
You can just say fuck it.
Yeah.
If you're sitting there serving it like in the color, yo, you're charging with like.
Whatever you want for
Yeah,
it.
no. Well, I think the only thing that's legal is like putting your price like extremely low. Actually, it could be illegal.
Oh
Really?
really?
Interesting.
Yeah, because then you could outsell like the competition.
Oh, that blue magic.
But I'm not 100% on that. But I'm
That's a
pretty sure.
classic. What 89 is referring to is a classic drug dealing technique where you undercut
Yeah.
the other drug dealers.
Like, I don't think you can
Go watch American Gangster,
like, too
everybody.
drastically. Like I think if we like pretty much sold beer for like I don't know, like let's say like 50 cents for a while, just to like make sure everyone goes out of business like in town, I think that would be a problem.
We could do that.
Yo, that's how the fucking like mafia and shit. They was like going to war with bootlegging and stuff.
Prohibition and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that what drug dealing is? It's like because an eighth of weed was like $55 in high school.
Yep.
At the very beginning, it was like $60.
Yeah.
By the end of high school,
65.
by the end of high school, an eighth of weed was $40. After 1 year of college, an eighth was $35, and after like moving into our own house, an eighth is $30. So it's like someone's out there being like, "Fuck it, I got the money for it. Fuck it, I'll get more people to buy off me." Someone's doing that out there.
It's gonna be $5. I can't wait.
It also gets more marijuana gets more accessible easier, which makes it
over time, right?
Yeah, over time.
Yeah.
Especially with legalization everywhere.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Just thinking about that when we were in high school. Like I graduated in 2013. Like I remember writing a story for the newspaper about Colorado legalizing weed and how like all like the money they've made from the legalization or whatever. And now what is that? 7 years later now, fucking half the states legal. Half the states in the country are fucking legal. Like completely different. I remember being in high school and like the places you could go to smoke weed were like, I can't wait to go on vacation to Amsterdam one day, or one day we'll go to California where it's medical. You know what I mean? Now we could drive 3 hours to Massachusetts and just go buy legal weed.
Or we could vote in November.
Or we can vote in November. That's a good motherfucking point, Cam.
Vote.
Yeah, make sure everyone goes out there and vote.
Don't just tweet about it.
Yeah. Damn, Reed. That felt super personal, dude.
No, that's honestly like insurance. What happened a lot in the past? People were like, yeah, this one's the man or the woman. Just go for him, and then that was it. There was crap out of that.
Damn, yo. So you heard it here first. If you don't vote, Reed's gonna fucking kill you.
Let's not get carried away.
Vote or die is for real. He means vote or die. Vote or I'll fucking kill you. Yeah. How long have we been podcasting for, guys?
We've been going an hour 11.
Nice, not bad.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not.
So I wanted to say was shout out to our black shirts.
Yay!
I really appreciate all of our black graphic tees we got going on.
Let's go around the room and talk about our black shirts.
I guess.
Go ahead, you start.
All right, so I got the. Oh, you want to switch the?
Oh yeah.
They're my mans.
We got the Brick City Boys.
Cameron's sporting a Brick City Boys original t-shirt that he bought from ProWrestlingTees.com. He's supporting Jake Cruz, the Latin Spice, and Victor Chase, two local pro wrestlers who are the fucking homies. Brick City Boys!
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt by Tiger Driver 9X on Twitter.
Shout out to Kristen.
The back of it says something too, but I'm not moving. So, yep, it's black shirt Monday. What are you guys wearing?
Oh, is it me? Well, speaking of the Brick City Boys, here we got a nice little J. Cruz
Merch, baby, merch.
Hell yeah, dude. The Latin Spice. That's what you have to do.
Wow. Love that shit.
The sound is crucial because that's what releases the spice hormones. I don't know. I watched it one time on the Cooking Network.
Reed's Latin.
So they say.
89, what you got?
I got a band shirt from this chick I was messing with. It's lit.
What was she like?
That's some good WAP.
Is that a raven?
WAP? What's that? What's WAP mean?
Wet ass pussy.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
You're not allowed to say that, 89.
Then why'd you ask?
You're not allowed to say WAP. Didn't you hear that that's the most offensive thing you could say on the radio?
The radio, which once had the song Slob on My Knob spoken upon its very ears.
How do you think Slob on My Knob was censored on the radio? Do your best impression of Slob on My Knob clean version right now. Like, just blank out the parts that you think were blanked out. Slob on my knob. Did you say that on the radio?
No, that goes back to what me and you talking about. It's the wording. Saying, all right, just the word slob. Not a bad thing.
I don't know if you can
but wet, okay, cool. Ass, you might not get the ass off. Pussy, you can't say pussy on the radio.
Damn, that was the strongest pussy I've ever heard in my life.
Strong pussy makes the world go round.
I think people are fucking corny. I was gonna call them pussies, but I don't even want to
No, because it will
honor.
get censored.
I don't want to honor them with calling them that because that's
Big
the thing
fact.
we're trying to glorify. I don't know, dude. Bro, there's more offensive songs than that came out probably the same day as that song. You know what I mean? I don't know. We rappers, man.
Oh yeah,
rappers be
I've
saying-
heard, man. I've heard.
You have made.
I've
some
heard.
of
I'm
the-
not a racist.
You have heard. You have made some of literally the
I'm not
most,
a racist.
some of the most offensive music I've ever heard in my entire life. You, literally you. I'm sitting next to you.
89.
89 has talked about putting things in asses and putting things places.
And unfortunately, I have not gotten nearly the respect nor the attention.
That's not even true.
That's the one pussy got.
89 gets a lot of respect from a lot of people when he was making that nasty ass music. The same way that I don't understand why people are trying to show a certain lack.
I
of
need
black.
Oprah love.
Oh, okay. Is this about your wet ass pussy now?
We're talking about Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion being yelled at by people like Ben Shapiro on Twitter for saying they got a wet ass pussy, as if all their other music doesn't also insinuate that they have a wet ass pussy. Like,
Dude.
just because they named this one wet ass pussy, they're mad.
It's one of those, people. This goes with the accessibility of the internet, where like everyone thinks that everything is for them because it's on a platform such as the internet that is like available to everyone. Like, what? Not every country song is up for like comment from people within the hip hop community. And it's the same way with like certain niggas. If y'all don't fuck with like certain freak shit within y'all bedrooms or even y'all lifestyle, if a woman do that shit, well, that's they fucking business.
And pussy be wet.
Yeah, and
like just biologically,
why are you upset about that?
it just be wet.
Are you upset that you can't get it that way?
Like,
I'm saying,
I don't
they
know,
think it's to them, it's a foreign concept. But that's their lifestyle. And you know what? If y'all fucking with dry ass pussy, bro, and you at peace with your life, and you voting like however you want to vote, and you living whatever lifestyle.
Is that the consensus? Like, if you're hating on the WAP song, you probably are not getting some WAP.
The beat's pretty cool.
Bro, there's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this
I like
house.
the beat.
There's some hoes in this house.
dude,
There's
and
some
like
hoes
Megan
in
had
this
a
house.
cool verse, bro.
You had said something that made me think of this point too, where like a lot of it, what it comes down to, especially people like Ben fucking Shapiro, it's like when they say, oh, well, that's not what a woman should be doing. It's like, well, there you go again. These are the kind of people that are constantly thinking like they know what a woman should be doing. It's like, shut up. Let the woman decide that. You don't have to go deep into it. It's easy as that.
It's a woman talking
Easy
about
as
her
that.
body.
she
She want to talk about her wet pussy and what she want. And what she want to do with it.
Not only do I feel that way, I also feel the other way, where I want the savagery. You can say whatever you want, but if you decided to be a savage, oh great, that's actually what I wanted. Awesome. So it's like when you're talking about your wet ass pussy, I'm like, wow, y'all really bugging now. Let me pay attention to what the fuck's going on, because y'all getting crazy nasty now. It's like, dude, me and you never talked about this the other day. Like back in the day, 2 Live Crew and fucking Too Short
Well, me
and
so
all these
horny,
guys,
bro.
dude. Fucking Sir Mix-a-Lot, like so much objectifying and misogyny, deep rooted in hip hop and mainstream pop music. But like when they decide to, it's like taking the nigga word back. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, so now that they're talking about their own wet ass pussy, now we got something to say. It's like
now you want to abolish it.
we've been talking about their wet ass pussy for the whole time.
Right.
The whole fucking time we've been talking about that shit.
Dude.
The whole time. Like, maybe we should give them.
It's because they don't have a big Mack truck to put in that little garage.
I do like the horn after that too.
Yeah.
It's good production. Like,
It is out. It's whoever was behind
it's
the
a good
boards.
song. It's not a bad song.
I don't know who produced or engineered that, but they. Good job.
I will tell you what, the one thing I am slightly disturbed by of all of it is the radio version. Wet and Gushy is a lot to take
really?
in.
Wait, that's the radio version?
Gushy is a much
Yeah,
more like.
That's the radio
Yeah.
version.
Like the people that react to certain words, like people don't like the word moist, and like, they feel a certain way about it. Like
I think
saying
that's very-
gushy
Gushy
is a little bit more of a like. It may be in that realm.
Can I comment on that?
Yeah, please.
I think that shit childish as hell.
I really
I think when people don't like words like that, you're like still like 13 years old.
Yeah, but
It's just like there's people who are like, I don't like moist, or what's another really popular, not like the word panties. People don't like panties.
panties.
Yeah,
I'm
I've heard
like,
that.
what are you, 5? It's a fucking word. Just
Right. Although I
like
have to-
people really, because
Yeah.
I could sound like a fucking like, dude, who cares? But there's people who you say moist and they just do like this weird, super cringy ass. Ew, you said moist.
moist.
or
I'm
they'll be
like,
like, please
I'm
stop.
like, could you just not do that?
I really
instead?
don't like the word cellar door. Please stop saying it.
Oh, what? Hello, door? Don't
the
you
most
mean?
Please
beautiful
stop.
word.
No, stop saying cellar door.
Yeah.
It's a compound word.
I think like there's a couple times like
actually 2
very
words.
rarely. I mean, that might be okay. It's like, oh, wet and gushy. I'm like, huh. You know, but there's people who will be like, wait, just stop what you're doing. Can you just? I'm sorry. Can you just not say that?
Yeah, I also just don't have that many visceral reactions to words.
Well, you're better than most people.
You know what I
so
mean?
it's overall, you're
like gushy.
going good.
Well,
It made you guys feel gross?
I'm saying, that's
Not
good.
that.
That means like you're
broke it from-
even like less likely to attend a counter protest.
That's good.
I was gonna name a drink gushy ushy.
Good shit.
Gushy sounds more
I
like
didn't
a fruit dessert. But I think I'm thinking of fruit gushers.
People wouldn't like gushy ishy.
Good
I,
shit.
I think people will love that shit.
People will fucking order that shit all the time.
I think people order that shit all the
I'm
all
sure
the time.
people were probably resistant to the word slushy when it first came out, but they grew into it.
How do you like gushy
Yo.
but not like slushy?
Imagine a bunch of like suits at a corporate office meeting, and they're just like, so we got the slushy, and they're just like slush.
What about drippy?
Slushy. What's wrong with the freezy freeze?
Yo, guarantee
We all like
slushy
the
was one of those
freeze.
words when it was first like introduced. It was like slush.
And this one guy's like sweating out, and he's like, "No, trust me, the slushy. It has to be the slushy." And the guys are like, "We like the freezy freeze. Like, we think people are gonna really respect." freezy
Nah, every time
freeze."
you say every time you get the USH sound out, you know, it just gets real gross.
This guy's like dripping all over the table. He's like, "Listen, it has to be slushy."
So let's be listening to this on a full surround system with the bass.
Boom.
Shit hit like it, man.
There was some good look.
Yeah, that shit sounds
Nice.
great.
Oh yeah, we could do sound design right in here with like fighting and stuff.
This shit was deep and loud.
That was deep and loud, wet and gushy, just like my.
Deep and
I won't say
I
it.
feel like wet and gushy.
Deep and Loud and Wet and Gushy is like a DVD series.
I feel like wet and gushy is worse than wet ass pussy.
Wet and Gushy is also a DVD
Yeah, because it's
series.
foreign. You know what a wet ass pussy is. Wet and gushy could just be like, oh, I just stepped
Wet-
in the mud.
Yeah, I was about to say some trash.
Wet ass. I don't know. To me, wet ass pussy sounds like when I do an image of pussy in my head, I just think of a wet ass pussy. When I do the image of wet and gushy in my head, it's
sloppy,
like
yeah.
that shit's like some,
You don't even
It's
know
a
what
mess.
this
Yeah,
It's a
dude.
mess.
we fucking doing something.
We really
You
need
know,
some
I'm
towels.
just, when you hear wet ass pussy, I'm like, oh well, vaginas. You hear wet and gushy, I'm like, ooh, doing something to vaginas. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So maybe that's better for the radio version because that's them going, yeah.
It's even
So
more hot.
what? It's even fucking nastier
Yeah.
now, you bitch.
Exactly, you can't
You know what I
escape
mean?
it.
Hell yeah, dude. They win.
It's
They
reverse
win that.
psychology.
Yo, the fucking the hot girls win forever. Shout out to all the savages.
So it's a hot girl summer then, right now.
It's
it's
not
no
a-
one's summer.
It's,
Honestly,
it's a
no one's
pandemic
summer.
summer.
I think to call it a hot girl summer to box them into a season would be an extreme disservice. I think it's a hot girl universe right now.
Ooh.
The hot girls win. They're just winning. Shout out to Flo Milli and Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B.
I hope her
All the other
foot
ones.
rehab is going well.
Yeah, she got shot by Tory Lanez allegedly.
That shit crazy.
This is true.
and the fact is, some of y'all may be listening to this, and this might be breaking news to y'all.
Yeah, it hasn't really been reported very much, but
No, I just got right under the rug.
I mean, also though,
They done Epstein that shit.
nah, I was gonna say that's like Twitter conspiracy land, where Twitter, like someone at the root of some theory, there's just somebody who says something, and then everybody on Twitter is like, yeah, and then like 3 days later, everyone is like, yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like we have seen no, like don't get me wrong, clearly Megan Thee Stallion was fucking shot. Clearly Tory Lanez had a gun. Clearly something happened. Obviously, duh. But we don't know nothing. So like it's just like really crazy for us to be like, Yeah, like Tory Lanez isn't in jail.
No,
right
yo, the
now.
thing is, initially,
And Megan Thee
people
Stallion-
thought that like someone else was attacking them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We just don't. It's just speculation. It's like it's too much. Like the internet's way too speculative.
She was shot in both feet.
In both feet.
Both feet.
Yo, that's just so unfortunate.
That's crazy.
It's just so unfortunate.
Yo, like the fact that they get shot in both feet.
Like, imagine you just like, I got hit in the left. Okay, I can still keep going. What the?
No, like they get shot in a pair of anything.
Nah, that shit not
It's
even
like,
funny.
hey, yo, like if I
It's
get
terrible. It's like it takes you out right away.
Right.
I don't want to get shot anywhere ever.
And also, kind of not unlike the last
mean-
shit with WAP. It's like, if the roles have been reversed, how much would people have not been like, oh, but who knows, you know?
No, I'm not trying to get shot anywhere ever,
Maybe
ever.
like the very tip, the very like.
no, but it's one thing to
tip.
get like hit and like, oh yeah, I got hit in my leg and my shoulder. It was like,
You know
yo,
why I would still not want to be shot at the very tip of my pinky? Because if I don't get shot at the very tip of my pinky, I'm just not being shot, which is better than being shot at the very tip
You
of my
got
pinky.
the cred, yo.
I could eat that. I could eat
I don't
that
need
shoulder
the cred,
shot.
bro.
Yeah, and then you
I
have
can
like a
shot my
ruined
shoulder. I
hand
definitely eat
because the
that.
pinky's going to be a little smaller, and then it's like, well, now it's just a gimpy. You know, pinky's already small to begin with.
Yeah, I got a
A
chipped
bullet
tooth.
will take the tip of your pinky off.
I got a chipped tooth, and I don't even like that shit.
I don't like
Chipped
that.
pinky would be really quite a catastrophe.
Yeah, gunshot wound of any kind is not that cool.
No.
That shit's. The only one who could say anything about it is 50
You
Cent.
get shot in his cheek like 50.
When you get shot 9 times, it's cool. If you get shot 1 time, that's not cool. It's traumatizing. 9
Yeah.
times is fucking awesome.
It's too cool. It's too.
You feel like RoboCop.
9, Cameron.
9 times you feel
Not
like
10 is.
9 times you feel
10
like
is scary.
oh
8
I'm a
is
boss.
not cool. 9, very
You're
cool.
good.
Oh yeah, no, you feel like you're the anime boss character after that.
Yeah,
And
you
if you
feel like
survive that,
you feel like you're 50 Cent.
RoboCop was definitely shot at least 20 times.
RoboCop's not cool.
Oh.
I like his song. He knows what time it is.
I put it on one time, and he's like, "Oh, I love that song." I'm thinking like, "Oh yeah, he just has good memories." He recited the whole song and moved with it too.
You guys are supporting police right now.
No, just RoboCop.
Nah, bro. shoot.
Robo what?
Robo, you know the
I'm saying,
Deer
nah, yo,
Hunter
do
movie.
we have to get into context because
Hear
he
this shit,
kind of
Cameron?
is like stood against the police. Like, yo, y'all kind of abusing your power. You
Yo,
guys.
we just
That's
linked the
true.
song.
Yeah, I've seen RoboCop.
All right, I'm saying, shoot, don't
Yo.
try to sit there and paint me as if like I'm supporting the Boys of Blue as if RoboCop was sitting there just blindly going with the program.
All right, I got a question.
He fought
If you were
cockroaches.
a blood, right?
I'm
And
killing
you had-
RoboCop.
and you had a homie, and his name is Jonathan Cripp. Can you fuck with Jonathan Cripp?
Jonathan. Brett.
Did I know Jonathan Cripp before I was a blood?
It doesn't matter. You're a blood now.
All right, what about RoboCrip?
You know what I'm saying? We can't fuck with RoboCop now just
Why,
because he's
why
a part
can't
of
why
it.
can't he be Jonathan Brip?
Nah, bro, don't work that way.
Why?
His name is his name.
Why?
His name is his name.
Yeah, nah, shoot, but if all the bloods can say Boolin and Brazy, why can't he? Like, I don't even say your last name.
Nah,
Why I can't be friends with Johnny?
RoboCop-
Because his last name is Brip.
RoboCop's name is RoboCop. It's not Robo Security.
I ain't say I wanted to be friends with RoboCop. I just said RoboCop was like, yo,
I don't know. It sounded like y'all was sucking RoboCop's dick. To
he
me.
ain't got no dick. It got blown off, bruh.
How you know about RoboCop's genitals?
Because the video showed that he got everything blown off him,
Because you
dog.
was trying to suck RoboCop's dick.
Nah, bro, shoot.
Damn.
Don't see, yo, this man trying to paint me.
Right,
He's a cop dick sucker.
you have to think about the
RoboCop
supporting evidence
dick
too. Like
RoboCop dick sucker.
the tagline for the film itself,
Yeah,
is,
terrible.
it's RoboCop. He's one of the good ones. I think that's the tagline.
Is that the tagline?
Really?
I hope not.
Who wrote that? The Bears?
Yeah, who would? That's not a good tagline.
You ever hear that? It's like, yeah, when your Bears attack you play dead. It's like, well, who wrote that? The Bears? It's like,
Oh shit, that's funny.
cops.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
When we saw the Bears campaign, they told us to be very loud and angry.
Oh, Al Gore? Yeah.
Al Gore?
Well, the Bear's name was Al Gore.
The bear? We called him Al Gore?
I think, yeah, the teenage bear.
Al Gore, the teenage bear.
Yeah.
What in the name of noggin is this?
We were on like
We were on a
acid.
lot of drugs.
We were like on a bunch of drugs.
I forget what we named the mama bear, but the teenage was definitely Al Gore.
Yeah, when we went camping a couple years ago, we used to go camping a lot during the summer. We saw a bear on acid, and we were like in the Catskills. We were like making Velveeta in a pot, and like I just look over. There's a fucking bear like 10 feet away, maybe like 15 feet away, and I just look over and go, bear, and everyone goes, what? They're like, oh shit, bear.
And he's literally just sitting there.
The bear just looking over at us while we're making food, like very yummy tasting mac and cheese. And he's looking over at us, and the ranger lady came up to us the day before when we first got to the camping place and told us, she was like, "This is Bear County. You guys are like one of 2 campsites that are even here this weekend, so the bears will very likely bother you." We were like, cool, like they're not gonna fucking actually bother us. They're just saying that's like as a precautionary measure.
Yeah, one of my favorite things when the guys came up to us, like the both it was like a girl and a guy. They came out, they're like just looking, they're like, oh, jars of wine, looking around, and it was like, cool, whatever. It's like, so yeah, there's bears coming.
Yep.
We're like, that's exactly how it went. It was like, oh, jars of wine, cool. Yeah, so there's like these 2 giant bears coming.
No, yeah,
like,
when we
that's
thought
exactly how that went.
When the ranger came over, we were shook. We were like, oh no, everyone hide drugs and stuff, but clearly the people who are camping out are all doing the exact same things, because that's what you do when you go camping. But yeah, we just got mad loud and clanged fucking pots and pans and yelled at it, and the bear looked at us and went, yo, shut the fuck up, whatever, and just walked away.
Yeah.
Oh
Just
God,
what are you doing?
He's like, y'all
Like,
annoying.
Imagine being the bear in that situation. He's like, okay, first of all, I don't give a fuck about you guys. Second of all, chill the fuck out. I'm out of here.
That's what I
I
feel
don't
with
even
some
want your mac
bugs.
and cheese.
Yeah, bro, I don't even like Velveeta. That's shitty mac and cheese.
I'll try to give you some tips.
There's enough bees in one spot.
But they still have
You know?
marshmallows.
What?
I think they still have marshmallows.
I think we left the marshmallows out for them. Yeah, because I think that also was not recommended by the ranger at all. But we have decided to take measures into our own hands. So we were like, we had a big campsite, and the campsite next to us was also empty. So we decided to put a bunch of like extra food that we weren't going to make just over there as like a lure spot for the bears. But I think that same night we saw the bear over there at some point in the afternoon, like getting the fucking the food. So we were like, all right, sick, it worked. And then later at night when we were all in our tents and shit, like, you know, when you're camping, like people are in their tents, but you can still talk to each other like through the tents and stuff. So we were all still awake and stuff, talking to each other and shit. And suddenly we're just hearing like walking like around our tent, like just like trees, like branches like snapping and shit next to our trees. And we're like, it's pretty sure there's like a bear like is right outside of our tents right now, just like walking around our tent, just strolling around our shit. And then like that same night, that was a sketchy camping spot, honestly. That same exact night, we saw the paw prints, and then we saw, on people's cars.
Yeah.
That was crazy how the paw prints made up dirt on people's cars. And then we heard howling. So we were like, there's like wild dogs or like coyotes or some shit. Very insane camping experience.
Remember the next night? So this is the day we all took acid, and then we get even drunker the next night after taking acid, and then we decided to go bear hunting. So we all took the biggest like loud. Yo, it's funny because we had what's that like music bowl thing called again?
Oh, the Tibetan singing bowl.
So we had that and a bunch of pot and pans. So someone's literally doing the Tibetan singing bowl while tripping and drunk, and everyone else says pot and pans and just like anything else that makes noise.
Yep.
I think we had a guitar too, and we just literally had a line, walked around just to scare. Like,
we were trying to like summon the bears, bro.
Pretty much, yeah. We wanted to, like, you know, there was like a face off.
I'm pretty sure we went far enough off into the darkness, because you know when you're camping, it's like fucking just pitch black at night. It's so dark. We all had like these super powerful flashlights, and as soon as you turn the flashlight off, it would get like super dark.
Oh, and you could see eyes wandering.
Yeah.
Like when you're around the fire, you could see all the eyes. That shit was kind of.
And then
that's spooky.
I remember we turned. There was one point where we turned the flashlight off and it was just dark for a while, and then I think we were like, okay, let's go back. We were like this, because we turned around. I think we got spooked. I think we were just like, no, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we realistically just wanted to make a barrier of noise to get them away from us. For a while.
Is that what it was?
I think that's what our logic was.
I thought we were hunting bears.
Oh, well, that's what we called it. But.
Would you guys ever go hunting?
Nah.
I mean, I like going. Like,
given the circumstances, like I'm not doing like safari where I'm like poaching.
No, I don't mean elephants and tigers.
Yeah, nah, like I ain't. But like deer hunting and shit,
I would shoot
or
deer,
like
easily.
Yeah, but if we out here like skinning animals and we taking like the meat, we cooking it. Hell yeah.
I just want to comment on Cameron saying I would shoot deer easily. He said easily, no problem, bro.
Yeah, nah, anything that could be skinned and ate. Yeah, we can get it popping.
That's also an insane thing to say. Also,
I would do it for
what the fuck, bro?
Well, nigga, I'm not gonna eat a silverback gorilla or a motherfucking rhino.
I would do it for either population control, and I guess this just adds to the category of insane shit. I would definitely hunt poachers. Easily.
Wait, so you would hunt the people who hunt?
What?
Yeah, especially the ones poaching like endangered species.
That's gangsta.
So this is morally. So you.
He's the poacher.
Them killing tigers is wrong, but you killing people is cool.
Maybe I'll wing him in the shoulder and I'll approach him like Batman. Like,
No, you gotta do the
this is why you have to stop.
It's the pinky shot we were talking about, bro.
Oh, wing the pinky.
That's when you wing the pinky. They'll definitely learn their fucking lesson at that point.
Like, I can't hold my rifle now. And I go up like, listen, it'll be more than the pinky next time. And I ride away on the lion.
Yeah, it's definitely
on
like
the lion.
On the lion.
There's definitely like a superiority thing, right? Like hunting.
Yeah.
You just feel
that's exactly what it
you
is.
feel bigger than another animal.
The bigger you kill, the better you are.
Yeah, you're like proving man.
Yeah, like I took down an elephant. Like,
shit, look at
elephant ain't
Ahab.
want no shit to do with you.
Ahab could have hunted so many normal whales. He's like, I want biggest whale. No.
Dick. I want dick whale.
Yeah.
I want fucking dick whale.
Dude, I need cock whale. Better than
blubber.
eating whale cock, I'll put it that way.
Oh, experience?
Wet ass whale cock. That's WAWC. Wow. That's not how you pronounce that. I don't even want to know how you pronounce that. It's not that.
I wonder if we'll cut that.
Probably.
WALC.
We'll cut everything except for. We'll cut nothing except for the acronym, because the acronym is where it gets lost in the sauce.
Fucking gross.
Gross.
Well, boys, I think that was pretty fun.
Yeah, where we at?
Where are we at for that?
2:30. Oh,
Yeah, an hour 30. And we hit a decent amount of the topic. Oh, yeah, I forgot that those the.
Yeah, I think that people have heard what they're gonna get from this podcast in this podcast. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I think that's what a first podcast should do. It's like you don't really know who these people are. You're trying to figure out who the personalities are. You're like, I like that guy. All right, I like that guy. That guy's cool. That guy's cool too. All right, they're talking about parties. I know parties. You know, they're talking about wet ass pussy. I know wet ass pussy. I know all about that shit.
That was one thing. I don't know if you guys wanted to discuss. We never got a chance to talk about our favorite parties, I don't think.
We can talk about that next time.
Word.
That's not something. That's not bad to talk about. I think if we start talking about party stories, we'd start rambling for a while.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It'll be the ultimate PostPartyCyph.
Damn, Cam, we almost got through a whole podcast without you doing that directly into the microphone.
It's a good point. Shouldn't even think of that.
Almost.
Wow.
That's your note to that.
Yeah, that's gonna be the rap sound. Never mind, it's not gonna be the rap sound.
I mean, not the brainchild. This is That's Reed. This is Cameron.
And we're not wrapping up yet. We just said our names just for no reason.
Am I Cameron?
You could be whoever you want to be, baby.
We should recut the entire podcast to just be the things that 89 has said during this podcast. And I'll play it back to him. He'll be like, that's exactly how it sounds.
I can't remember exactly, but he definitely had a remarkable transition into the WAP conversation.
Hey, man. I'm good for that.
All right. We'll catch you guys next time. Thanks
Take
for
care.
watching. Peace out, y'all. Peace out, y'all.